Hi, it's Will from StormandCastle.com, and this is a quick tutorial showing you how to make an instant cheat mead. And what I mean by cheat mead is that it's not a full-blown mead where you ferment it and let the yeast transform the honey into alcohol, but it's kind of like a little bit of a cheat, and it takes 2 weeks, whereas a regular mead might take 6 months to a year or even more to age right. This mead will be done in 2 weeks. And what it is well, the reason why I'm showing you this recipe is that if you've never tasted mead, and you can't get any because it can be difficult to come by, you might want to try this to give it a shot to see if you like it. And if you're thinking about fermenting your own mead, you may want to do this first, because if you're fermenting it, it's going to be 6 months from now before you eventually get to taste it. So this way you get a sense for the taste of it. And this comes from a couple of different things. There's actually a couple of ancient Roman recipes. The ancient Romans used to make all kinds of different types of mead, and one of those types of mead was called a Mulsum. And a Mulsum is where you mix a wine with honey and then you serve it immediately. But that's not what we're doing here. They also had something called a Conditum, which I believe is Latin for to mix together, I believe, or to store, something like that. But the Conditum there is where you mix honey with wine and then add spices, and then you store it for a period of time before you drink it. So that's more like what we're making here at Conditum. So let me go over the ingredient. And I want to thank Christina for this recipe. She makes it several times a year when she sent me this recipe, so thanks to her for visiting my Joy of Mead website and for submitting this recipe. So let me go over the ingredients you need. You need a bottle of white wine, 2 cups of honey, which is about a pound of honey, which comes to about 2 cups, and some spices that are optional, but I recommend you get them and use them. So a pinch of cinnamon, a pinch of nutmeg, and 1 whole clove. And now you can go 2 cloves, but the cloves are very strong. I prefer 1 clove. So that's all you need for ingredients. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually mix them together and heat them, let it cool, rebottle it, and put it away for 2 weeks. So uncork your wine. Save the cork so you can reinstall it, or if you have a corker, recork that bottle, or get one of these kind of bottles with this nice cork on it so you can recork it, or get one of those temporary corks that you can put on it. As far as materials go, you're going to need a 2-quart pan, something to measure your honey with, something to stir and skim with, and optionally a funnel so you can get that mead back in the bottle. So let's go right ahead and make this. On a very low heat, make sure you keep this on a very low heat in your 2-quart pan. Pour your wine. Add your 2 cups of honey. Now if your honey is a tiny bit crystallized or if it's difficult to pour, you can actually pre-warm it and pre-soften it by putting the actual bottle or jar in a pan of warm water. That'll soften the honey up. Add a pinch of cinnamon. I love the smell of cinnamon. Pinch of nutmeg. Oh yeah, this has a beautiful smell to it. This is beautiful. And 1 clove. And if you're adventurous, go with 2. There we go. But those cloves are strong, very, very strong. So just continue to work that at a very low temperature. Stir it up and get it mixed up good. And there's no need for me to show you this whole process. But what's going to happen is a thick layer of foam and other stuff is going to form on the top of this. So what I'll do is I will scoop that out and dispose of it and continue. And what this will just work itself down back to about 700 to 1 bottle. And once that's done, you let it cool, and then you can rebottle it, and then you can put it away for 2 weeks. And then once you try it, see if you like it. You may be surprised. Maybe you don't like mead, or maybe you love mead. But if you've never tried it and you're thinking about making some, you might want to do this first, just so you get a sense for what a nice mead tastes like. So see, that's nice. See that scum that's formed? Just remove that scum. Remove it all. And then now you simmer this down back down to about a quart. And then put it right back in the bottle. Now, once it cools, let it cool first. You don't want to crack that bottle. And you're ready. Let it cool and taste it. And you can even taste it when it's warm. It makes a nice holiday beverage. But let it cool and try it again. See what you think. That smells good. And then put it in the bottle and set it aside for 2 weeks to get a real decent mead experience. There we go. 1 bottle of mead. Instant mead. Foam mead. Conditum.